Right, so first of all, I just want to say hello to everyone here and hello to everyone online on Zoom here. So there's no way for us to see each other face to face, but I'm glad to see your name here. Okay, so we've got a number of participants here. So welcome. So this is actually the direct application information section on this particular double degree program, which is Bachelor of Language Studies with Honors, specialized in bilingual communication, and Bachelor of Global Business with Honors. So we've got these double degree on language studies, which is about bilingual communication. Definitely we're talking about Chinese and English, and as well as how you can actually turn into a successful business executive, okay, in terms of Bachelor of Global Business. But first of all, let me introduce myself to you. I'm the faculty member responsible for taking care of this double degree program, and I'm Danny, Dr. Danny Lum, coming from the School of Education and Languages. Now, as you can see that this is actually a double degree. So the bilingual communication part is actually from the School of Education and Languages. So the courses related to bilingual communication, English and Chinese, are offered by the School of Education and Languages, whereas the global business courses, the global business part, is actually offered by our School of Business and Administration. So it's actually a joint double degree program offered by the two schools among the 5 schools at the Open University of Hong Kong. So just to say hi to all of you again, I'm Danny, and I will be speaking to you in the following 30 minutes of time. All right. So first of all, maybe you are still questioning yourself in terms of what you want to possess, what you want to obtain after these 4 years of study, by doing a bachelor's degree or by having yourself immersed in a double degree. What do you actually expect to get? So let's take a look at some of the possible items or possible qualities, attributes that you can get after a 4-year program, and to see whether this double degree program is actually your cup of tea. Now, first of all, have you ever thought of possessing the following thing? Being able to demonstrate specific theoretical and practical knowledge and skills related to English and Chinese, these 2 languages. Now, we're not simply talking about how well you can speak and write English and Chinese. We're also talking about how in-depth you know in terms of the language systems of these 2 languages, Chinese and language. And you know that these 2 languages, English, say for example, is basically a global language, and Chinese is actually climbing up the ladder, the social ladder in terms of its status worldwide. So you also have to understand how these 2 languages are actually used, evaluated, and appreciated in these 2 cultures, all right, as well as in the international business setting. Now, definitely, if you go back to the mainland China, you have to use Putonghua, Chinese in terms of written communication, and Putonghua in terms of spoken communication. But when you go to other places worldwide, definitely, I'm sure that in the 21st century, the English language would be the lingua franca, would be a must for you to communicate with other people who don't actually speak Chinese or Putonghua. All right, so it's very important for you to know these 2 languages and how these 2 languages are actually used in the 2 cultures, and especially in the international business setting. So have you ever thought of having this kind of solid knowledge of a discipline in bilingual communication, and how these bilingual communication can actually facilitate your business communication in the overall international business setting? The second thing that you might have thought of: to communicate in English and Chinese effectively and confidently, both in terms of spoken language orally and in terms of written language in written forms. Yeah, definitely this double degree program would be able to allow you to be a proficient English and Chinese speaker and writer. So you will be able to write your English and Chinese emails very proficiently. And when it comes to this kind of face-to-face interaction, or when you have to present your product in your corporate using English or using 普通话, you will be a very much good speaker and good presenter in terms of the product, both in English and Chinese. It's just because you can master these two languages well enough. So you will be competent, you will be a bilingual, competent person using these two languages, competent bilingual communicative skills in these two languages. Thirdly, have you ever thought of possessing the following? To become a global citizen who will aspire to contribute to culturally and linguistically diverse societies in a comprehensive and meaningful way in a multicultural, multilingual, and global context. Now, it's definitely all right for you to know how English is used in Hong Kong. The way that how English and Chinese are used in Hong Kong would be very much different from how the same two languages are used elsewhere in other parts of the world. Now, the way that how 普通话 is used in Hong Kong will be very much different from how the same language 普通话 is used in the mainland China or other places in the world. So it's not just a matter of how you use the two languages, it's a matter of how you understand how the two languages are actually used in different multicultural, multilingual, and global contexts. All right. So with global perspectives in practice, with specific references to how the two languages, English and Chinese, are used in the global business setting in different parts of the world. So something very, very important for you to be a successful business executive, knowing these two languages, but globally. All right. Last but not least, we're always talking about these attributes among youngsters nowadays. To work collaboratively, to work hand in hand with each other, to have this kind of teamwork, and to apply logical, analytical, and creative thinking to a range of problems in your workplace. Now, definitely nobody is an individual in whatever workplaces. So whenever you have to work with your colleagues, it's all the way a matter of teamwork. How can you practice, execute teamwork when you are a team member, or when you are actually at a higher level, when you are actually at the managerial level? You are now the boss, you're now a manager, you're now a CEO. How can you control or manipulate your team members, your subordinates in terms of their spirit, in terms of their work, in terms of everything that you will see in your own workplace? So all the way is a matter of problem solving, critical thinking. These two skills are supposed to be very important, are supposed to be the keys to success in all workplaces. So this kind of global business workplace is no exception. So how can you know more about and how can you execute problem solving skills and critical thinking skills in your workplace, in your global business workplace? This might be the program that you are interested in if you really want to brush up on this very important skill. So if you think that all the four attributes that I've just mentioned are very important for you, are something that you want to be equipped with, that you want to possess after 4 years of study, you might be interested in this double degree, which is, again, Bachelor of Language Studies with honors in bilingual communication and Bachelor of Global Business with honors. All right. And we do have a program code for this program, which is basically the acronym of the overall very long program title, program name here. So BLSB CGBH with honors F. F means it's a full-time program. All right. But as long as you're here, I'm sure that you are interested in this program and you would like to be eligible to apply for this program, not because you are a JUPAS applicant. All right. So today, in today's seminar here, I'm actually specifically talking about this program to the participants who are not actually in this year currently a Hong Kong DSE student, or if you are a JUPAS applicant this year, I'm sorry, you're not eligible to apply for our program via direct application. So only if you are a non-JUPAS applicant, it means you're not in this year, 2021, sitting for the Hong Kong DSE thing, the Hong Kong DSE thing, then you will be eligible for this application, direct application, all right? So these are some of the qualifications. I'm not going to read everything here to you because everything is spelled out very clearly on our website, so you may just simply take a look. But specifically, if you obtain some non-local qualifications, so here are the points that you have to bear in mind. And specifically, I know some of you are actually doing your IB diploma, all right? So if you really want to apply for our program, this double degree program, via direct application for our year one entry, make sure that your IB diploma has to have at least 24, which is the minimum score for your eligibility to apply for this program, all right? Or some other overseas qualifications as determined by the university, okay? And I have to say that it's just because of the nature of this program. This program only offers year one entry. We do not have year two or year three. We do not offer senior year entry for this program, but only year one entry, all right? So if you choose to do this program, definitely you will spend 4 years at the OUHK doing this double degree program. So similarly, you can see year one, year two, year three, year four, but we actually make use of the summer holidays in your year two and in your year three for you to complete the extra credits. Because for most of our single degree programs, there are only 160 credits of courses. But as long as this program is actually working on bilingual communication as well as global business, it's a double degree program with honors. So you have to do 40 credits more. In total, you have to do 200 credits of courses in order for you to graduate from this double degree program. So the extra 40, the additional 40 are actually to be completed in 2 summer terms, in your year 2 and year 3, okay? So this is actually a fast track because for most of the double degree programs elsewhere in Hong Kong, in the other universities in Hong Kong, for the double degree programs, normally it will take 5 years for them to complete the double degree program. But here at the OUHK, for this double degree program, you simply have to spend 4 years because we make use of your 2 summer terms so that you can actually complete the whole double degree program with honors in 4 years of time, okay? Right, so what are you going to do in terms of the courses? Definitely, we've got 2 subject disciplines, subject matter disciplines, which are bilingual communication and global business. And definitely the courses that you will be doing in this 4 years of time will be centering these 2 disciplines, all right? Bilingual communication in terms of Chinese and English, and the global business courses. Here we are. So bilingual communication, English and Chinese courses, describe the phonological, morphological, syntactic, and semantic structures of English and Chinese. It's not just about speaking and writing these 2 languages well. It's also about how you know the knowledge of how these 2 languages are actually structured in terms of their sounds, in terms of their word formation processes, in terms of their grammar, and in terms of the word meaning. All right, so all this will be taught. And the second type of courses here, in terms of global business courses, perform effectively as a business executive by combining and applying business theories and concepts. Yeah, all the concepts you have to know in terms of business administration, executive execution, they will be taught in these global business courses. Make contributions and inform judgments as a leader and member in a team, setting and communicate effectively. All right, so just now, as I've just mentioned, it's very important for you to know how to be a team member, all right? How you can execute collaboration, problem solving, as well as critical thinking as a member on a team. So that's something very important. It's the key to success in all kinds of workplace. All right. Last but not least, we do have 5 what we call synergy courses. Now, these synergy courses are unique in this double degree program. You know, this program is about bilingual communication and global business. These 5 synergy courses are actually the combination of these 2 disciplines. Say, for example, how can you make use of English and Chinese well in a business presentation session? Say, for example, this will be taught in one of the synergy courses. All right. So for these synergy courses, you will be able to analyze critically a wide range of written and spoken English and Chinese texts in relation to their sociocultural context, in relation to how the business actually takes place. Integrate and apply various theories and concepts of global business and bilingual communication to identify issues, analyze situations, and develop solutions. As I've just mentioned, it's very important for you to make use of your language power to convince people, to persuade people, to argue for something, or to argue against something. When all these take place in a business setting, when you are a team member or when you are a manager, how can you proficiently make use of your Chinese and English to achieve all these purposes? These will be mentioned in the synergy courses. All right. So here we are, some of the Chinese and English courses that you will be doing in this program, and some of the business courses that you will be doing in this program. And last but not least, as I've just mentioned, the synergy courses that you will be doing in this program. And specifically, I would like to draw your attention to this one, which is LANGE 350F. The title of this course is Nonverbal Language for Business Communication. When we are talking, when we are speaking, the language that we're using is what we call verbal language, because it's got the sound. Okay, the way that you're now perceiving information from me is by means of verbal language. But a lot of communication doesn't actually take place simply by verbal language, but also by means of what we call non-verbal language, sign language, or body language. Okay, the movement of my fingers, the movement of my arm here, or eye contact, or my facial expression here, all of which communicate. But this kind of communication doesn't actually take place by means of verbal language, because it's actually what we call nonverbal language. Nonverbal language is also a key to success in many, many business contexts. All right, so all these will be taught in this course, Nonverbal Language for Successful Business Communication. Is a very interesting course, and it's actually, as you can see, one of the 5 synergy courses that you will be doing in this program. Right, so apart from the major courses, you will also have a chance to do some other kinds of learning. Say, for example, you will have a chance to do the general education courses offered by the university, and you will have the chance to join different student societies. Okay, and in Chinese, that's actually what we call 上莊. Okay, you can see different zhongs here, different societies, different clubs, different societies that you can join them. All right, and last but not least, you will also have a chance to go on this immersion program, which takes place in an English-speaking country. If you really want to brush up on your English language, the best way for you to do so is to have yourself immersed in an English-speaking environment. So when talking about English-speaking environment, definitely the United Kingdom, England, would be the best. So if you really want to brush up your English and to have yourself immersed in an English-speaking environment, I would actually recommend you to go for these English language and culture immersion program, which will take place every summer at the University of Warwick. The University of Warwick is actually one of the top 10 universities in the UK, and it's got a very, very spacious, green, fresh, exciting, and vibrant campus. All right. I've been there for many, many times, okay, because I had to take my students to go on this immersion program at the University of Warwick, and I have to say it's one of the loveliest campus, all right, in the UK. It's really good. So if you really want to brush up your English, you may actually join this English language and culture immersion program, where you will have a chance to learn more about the British culture, English literature, and to work on some ethnographic research in these mini workshops and mini classes with the professors and lecturers from the University of Warwick. But definitely, whether we can actually go on this immersion program really depends on the pandemic, all right? If the pandemic is all right, if the virus is gone, and if the UK is safe, then we will actually organize this immersion program in the summertime, 2021. If it's not possible for us to go to the UK in summer 2021, then we have to wait until the following summer, which is summer 2022, in order for us to go on this English language and culture immersion program in the UK. So let's keep our fingers crossed, all right? Wait and see. And hopefully the virus will be away and we can resume everything to normal, all right? Yes, so apart from the mini classes and mini workshops, you will also have a chance to have some kind of sightseeing. Say, for example, you will have a chance to go to the Warwick Castle. It's a fantastic castle. You will go to the Oxford University, and it's a very nice place with different colleges, all right, or campuses under the overall Oxford University. Last but not least, I'm sure that some of you here should have got the chance to read Shakespeare's works, but have you ever been to the birthplace of Shakespeare, which is Stratford-upon-Avon in the middle part of England? So if you go on this tour, if you go on this immersion program, you will have a chance to go to Stratford-upon-Avon, where you will find the museum, the center for Shakespeare, and you will experience the authentic things of Shakespeare in the Shakespeare's birthplace, Stratford-upon-Avon, which is a fascinating place. And to make sure that you speak English 24 hours a day, after the daytime classes at the University of Warwick, you will go back home. Your home is not the hostel, it's not the hotel, but a real, authentic British family. You will be staying with a British family so that you can have some kind of cultural exchange. You know exactly how British people live their life, all right? And you will experience housing, family trends in the UK. But the most important thing is you will be able to speak English 24 hours a day, all the time, okay? Because you're basically spending your time with a British family. It's something very exciting and really, really rewarding, I would have to say. Right, so something more practical. Yes, after graduating from this double degree with this bilingual communication honors degree and with this global business honors degree, what can I do? Here you are. Professionals and managers in international business, international marketing, international relations, public relations management, or some administrative and executive work in civil service, NGOs, commercial and business sectors. Or you may also throw yourself into the language field, okay? It's just because you are able to read and write and speak the English and Chinese language well. You can actually turn yourself into the field of translation, editing, or in the English as a second language or English as a foreign language publishing industry, all right? All of which would be suitable in terms of the graduates from this double degree program. Or if you don't want to work but to further study, you can actually try MBA, Master of Business Administration. It's just because you've got your bachelor's degree in business administration, in global business. Your chance, the of being admitted to the MBA program must be higher, all right? or master's degree in accounting, human resource management, and corporate governance. Or if you want to be in the language field, you can do a master's degree in language-related areas such as linguistics, applied linguistics, and translation. All right, all of these are the possible routes for you to pursue your study further. All right, if you don't really want to turn yourself into earning money right after graduation from this program, all right, either career or your further studies will be all right. Right, so yes, so just to remind you that if you really want to apply for these bilingual communication and global business double degree, so the deadline for the first, sorry, it's not the second round, the first round of application would be March the 20th. All right, so make sure that you will submit your application through this direct application process as soon as possible, and I'm going to see you at the interview, at the admission interview. So if you have any further questions about these particular double degree program or other full-time programs offered by the Open University of Hong Kong, I would actually recommend you to call our registry colleagues at this telephone number, or you may actually email them at this email address. But if you're specifically interested in this program, bilingual communication and global business, and if you do have some specific questions that you want to ask me, here I am. All right, you may actually ask me after this presentation here in the chat box or in the Q&A section, or you may actually email me at this email address, or you may call me at my office number. All right, so I think this is the end of this presentation. So questions, inquiries are welcome. See if you have any questions. Yes, we do have one here. Okay. All right, so Joey, I hope you don't mind if I share your question with others here, because I think this question and answer session should be something open to everybody here. So you've got level 4 in DSE. So level 4 in which subject? Do you mind telling me? Level 4 in Chinese, level 4 in English. So I think it would be all right if you've got level 4 in either Chinese or English or both. Okay, because level 4 doesn't seem to be too bad. So I think it would be all right for you to have obtained level 4, and if you really want to apply for this program. Yes, I think it would be all right. It won't be too difficult for you to follow this program, okay? Because we will have in year 1 and year 2, you can see just now, we will have a lot of Chinese and English language proficiency courses, just to make sure that you will be able to catch up with others in terms of your Chinese and English level in your year 1 and year 2. So when you're in your year 3, when you really have to study the Chinese and English linguistics courses, you should be all right. Yeah, level 4 in English should be all right. Yeah, we do have a lot of students being admitted to our programs in the past. Okay, they actually got level 4 in English as well as in Chinese, and they're doing fine in the program. So Joey, I think it should be no problem for you to apply for this program. Do you have any more questions? Don't worry if you're too shy to ask questions here. You can email me or you can call me in my office. No, Teresa, the immersion program is on the optional basis. It's not compulsory. It's not compulsory. But if you really want to brush up your English, definitely, I would highly recommend you to go for this program because it's wonderful. The best way for you to learn English is to have yourself immersed in the English-speaking environment. I'm not saying that the university or Hong Kong doesn't allow you to be immersed in the English-speaking environment. But when you go to the UK, when you go to London, when you go to the University of Warwick, definitely the only language of survival is the English language. So that you will have a chance to really to have yourself immersed in the English-speaking environment. But it's not compulsory, it's optional. All right, so I think it's almost time for this session. Thank you very much for being here. If you do have any more questions, email me or call me later on. I'm very happy to see everybody here and hope all of you enjoy your weekend and hope to see your application very soon. Okay, and see you at the interview, at the admission interview very soon. Take care, enjoy your weekend, and bye-bye.